What's going on, movie fans? We are going to be talking about Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales. I just got done watching this movie. It was absolutely amazing. Another great addition to this franchise. I got to give it so far maybe a 9.9. It was just absolutely unbelievable. Now, I don't know how much spoilers I'm going to give you guys, but if you have not seen the movie, go see it. It's worth it. I will definitely be getting this when it comes out on DVD to add to the collection. So let's go ahead and get going. Takes place very, I guess, 5 years in, where it shows a young boy going into the water of a lighthouse area, and then he dives into the ocean, and next thing the Dutchman comes, and it shows that it is Will Turner, and it shows this is Henry Turner, Will's son. Will and Elizabeth's son. He tells him to get off the Dutchman, that he cannot help him. He says that he's found a way to free him. He says you don't need to be a pirate, go have a regular life. So there is a way to free Will from his curse by Poseidon's trident. You just gotta find it. And then it shows 9 years later where he's been in the Navy, and then he gets tried as treason, but then he is run into by pirates that go into a cove, and the pirates in this ship are encountered by the ghost of Salazar, a pirate hunter from when Jack Sparrow first humiliated him when Jack first started out to be a captain. And he basically tells Henry that he is going after Jack, that he finds out that Henry's looking for Jack, so he tells him that he's looking for him. And then it shows Jack is trying to hijack a bank, and that's a whole nother story. Later on through the story, they meet and they have to come to grips because he finds out Salazar is after him. The only way to stop him is by Poseidon's trident. And this other woman named Karina, she is an astronomer, and she's been accused of witchcraft, so she is trying to make sure that she's not crazy, that this is real, because of a booklet that her father gave her. And also that's where she meets Henry in the ward, and explains to him who she is, so she frees him. And after everything of getting them all together, they finally agree that they all have to work together for their common interests, and then they have to go out to sea, and they're both trying to outrun Salazar. And then Barbossa finds out that, because Barbossa is literally the highest paid pirate right now, he is literally living the dream. He is a captain of 15 fleets, and they're all getting destroyed by Salazar. And since he was released, because how the legend went is if the compass is somehow traded and betrayed, the compass that Jack has, and that is how he's freed from his tomb. So that's how that happened. And later on through the story, you find out that Barbossa makes a deal to try to find Jack, that way he could save his treasure and his fleets, as well as finding out Salazar's past, which you do see a younger version of Jack, which is really cool to see, of how he first started out to become a captain, and when he first got his nickname as the Sparrow. And then you also get to see Barbossa really, there was something else with him. And then you come later on to find out that again, these are huge spoilers. Come to find out later on in the story that Karina Smith is aka Hector Barbossa's daughter. He was with a woman, and I guess she got pregnant and something happened to her, so he gave the baby up for adoption. So that is a huge blow, finding out that she is related to Jack's rival, aka friend and ally. So that was a huge thing. And when they are trying to find Poseidon's trident, they get separated, and just whole thing happened where Henry's taken by Salazar's crew. Later on in the story, as well as beforehand, Barbossa rescues Jack and Henry as well as Karina off an island, and they release the Black Pearl. The Black Pearl was still in a bottle, and they put it in the ocean, so the Black Pearl was back from the grave, as you would say. And then you have where they're trying to outrun it, and that's how that happens. They land into the cove. That's how they find Poseidon's trident, was by using the stars that and only an astronomer could use, and then they had to use it on the island, and somehow or other they opened up a gateway on the bottom of the ocean where Poseidon's trident was. So they go in there. Caesar takes over Henry's body to attack Jack, and then you find out that if you break the trident, that it breaks all the curses. So after a lot of fighting, Henry finally breaks the trident, breaks the curse, and they are all freed of the curse, as well as they're trying to escape, and then they're using the anchor to escape Jack, as well as Karina and Henry from Caesar and his crew, and Barbossa is making sure that they're escaping, and then after some hardships, the water's closing in on them, and once that happens, Caesar's trying to go up, and Karina, she loses her footing, and Barbossa saves her. She sees the tattoo on his arm. It's the same tattoo she has on her book that her supposedly father gave her. She finds out that Barbossa is her father, and she says, "What am I to you?" He says, "My treasure." And he gives his life for his daughter. This is the first time I think we've ever seen Barbossa very emotional, very relentless to find something other than just treasure in his honor. He died. He does die in the movie, so far that we know, stabbing Caesar and going down into the water, and finding out that she's now going by Karina Barbossa. And her and Henry do hook up. They go back to the island where he was raised by his mother, and he's wondering if the Dutchman ever finally got free of their curse, and he sees the Dutchman, and he sees Will finally explains how do you do it. He explains it to him, and then him, Elizabeth, Henry, they all reunite. So that's how that ends, and then Jack, he's on the Black Pearl, and that's how that closes off. He finally has the pearl. He's going to use the stars, and even he has his compass back, as well as Jack the monkey is now his friend. So he finally has a full crew. He's no longer in a boat. He's no longer has no boat. So Jack is now living large. He has a boat. He has Black Pearl back. He's captain of his own crew, and he now has the whole world at his fingertips. So it was a great ending. It was a lot of comedy, a lot of action, a lot of suspension. They all added up, all the movies. In my opinion, they showed the history with, of course, Will and Elizabeth, and then their son, which came full circle, which was amazing. Also, Jack's history, which was more amazing. And also just more to the pirate mythology, and it was really amazing. I really enjoyed it. Again, I give this movie a 9 out of 9 for just everything and the involvement of it. I really do hope you guys go check it out. It is worth seeing. If you guys like, Johnny Depp, if you guys like pirates, if you guys like Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, if you guys like Disney, this is definitely the movie for you. A lot of people, I think, if I remember correctly, did not enjoy the fourth movie. I do not know why. I did. I love all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I love pirates, so I really did love this movie. And if this is the last one, then I am happy with it. I am happy this is okay. This is the very, 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 very last one, no more. Then I would be happy with it. But if they do another one, I think it would be really cool to see another Pirates of the Caribbean. But if this is going to be the last one, because this is the fifth one after all, and you can only go so far. So if they're going to do a sixth one, they're going to have to go above and beyond like they did with this one. But if this is going to be the last one, then I will be satisfied. So leave a comment. Comment down below. If you're not following me on Instagram or Twitter, you need to do so. I'll list in the description below. Please subscribe, as well as like this video if you guys like these reviews. I love doing them for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.